It doesn't matter. Whatever you want to do.
First of all, let's just start with doing both of them. How's it, what's it going to be like?
Well, I got a little bit of a taste of it last year. Halfway through the year, I guess, after the first week of January, went ahead and it was necessary to take over the girls, and it was an experience. It was something that at the time needed to happen, but I was all in and wanted to do it, and I really enjoyed it. It was a great opportunity for me to help out, hopefully. And as we looked what to do for the following year, we wanted to evaluate at the end of the year what happened, just because we had to make the change there, and with doing both. And at the end of the year, we evaluated where we're going to go from there. And I had a lot of people tell me, you don't need to do that, or you don't need to be with the girls. You don't need to do both. And I said, I didn't really listen to that as much, because it was a situation that we have at the school, and that I felt like really wanted to be involved, and where we're at, and trying to rebuild our girls program. And we've lacked some stability there, and I felt like I could provide some stability with that, and bringing in the right people, and then the opportunity to bring in Shanice late in the spring, early in the summer is fantastic, and somewhere where I'm really excited where our program's going to go with her being a part of that and going. But I love the game of basketball. I love Mobile Christian School, and I love the opportunity to be able to reach kids and be able to coach. So it's going to be busy. It already has been busy. It was busy last year, but I'm always going to be busy. I've been at Mobile Christian for 21 years, and I've not had a year that I didn't get something added where it was busy. So this is busy doing something that I love, and so we're excited about it.
Talk about, last year y'all were the last Ballin' Out South game of the week, playing JU Blackshear. How important was that exposure to show that 3A basketball and 2A basketball can really play?
Well, I think it was great, and we have the ability down here to play against bigger schools and playing in tournaments. Play in the UMS Tournament every year, and have done well there, and have had an opportunity to play Monroe County and those different types of teams like that. And of course UMS and Fairhope before in that tournament several years back. So, but that was a great exposure for our kids, and I knew JU Blackshear was coming, and a lot of people didn't know a lot about them, but we had played them for the last couple of years when those two kids were really young, playing 8th grade on the varsity, and I knew they were going to be really good, and that was a lot of fun. But our guys were excited about that as well, and it was good for us, and it was good basketball, and they made it to the regionals, and they're going to make another run this year, and those guys coming back.
What do you return? Let's take the boys. What do you have returning?
It's one of the few years that I have a bunch of kids back. We only lost really one senior that played, Tony Hall. TJ Hall played for us, and he's now playing football at Fulton University as a wide receiver. And he was a starter for us, really good defensive player. But everybody else is back. And I've got four seniors this year, two senior starters back, and then two junior starters back. And then really everybody in our rotation that we've got back this year. We've got a strong junior class led by Deonte Lawson, Chance Spears, and we've got some other guys that really stepped up last year for us. JoJo Page played really well for us, and a guy that I'm looking forward to this year that's grown a lot that we're going to need is Zhivago McNeil, and he played a little bit of JV and varsity for us last year. We had a great summer, and he's really stepped up his game, and we got some other guys that could come off the bench. Our seniors, Dorian Curry, inside post player. I think he's now about 6'4.5", 6'5", but runs the floor really, really well. He's long, a really good defensive player. Shot blocker for us, protects the rim, but he's also a tough kid that'll step in and take charges. He's quick enough to guard guys and stay in front and can run the floor really well. He's a great athlete. He's just starting to now tap into the potential of his athletic ability. I think this summer he high jumped 6'8", and so he's got a chance to really do something in track as well.
Talk about, we know about Deonte on the football field, obviously. Tell us about him as a veteran.
Deonte, first and foremost, Deonte is a great kid. Deonte is a great person. He's one of the best teammates that we have on our team. He's really talented, but he's a humble kid. And the thing I can say the best about Deonte is he invests in his teammates, and he genuinely is excited about his teammates doing well. And where it hit me that I've always known that about him. We played up in the regionals last year against Prattville Christian, and they were good. They were really good, but we played really well and had a shot there. He had a really rough night that night. He got a tough whistle. He got 3 quick fouls, and a couple of them were they were tough calls. And so he sat a lot, and we had to work him in and out. And then he got his 4th foul that was a really tough call. And so that's midway, start of the 4th quarter. And it was a close game, and well, he comes out, so he's on the bench, and it was just one of those tough nights. You could never get a rhythm, but he was making plays because they couldn't stop him defensively. And I didn't notice this until the tape. I'm watching the tape of the game, and that's guys that after, at the top time of the game, they can kind of sulk a little bit. Man, everybody, referees against me, I'm having a tough game. We make a little bit of a comeback with him on the bench, and we hit a big 3 right in front of the bench. Before our player that caught the ball in front of the bench, before he caught it, he saw what was happening. He's standing up. Our kid shoots it and makes it, and he's right behind him, and he's leading everything on the bench, getting into it. And that's a guy that's not absorbed with himself. And as all these football offers have come, as all these recruiting trips and everybody coming in to see him, and he's getting all this stuff, he's the same Deonte. And that helps us on the basketball floor especially. And he gives our other guys that are in his class the confidence because he loves being around them, and he shows confidence in them. And one person he's put a lot of confidence in. And they played together since they were 6th grade. Is my son. They're in the same the fact that my son's like 6 months older than Deonte is amazing because my son's here and Deonte's a beast, and he's getting bigger. But at the same time, he has so much confidence in him, and he's like that with our other players. So Deonte on the basketball floor, he's a matchup nightmare. And for in our league, the teams that we play, because he handles the ball so well, he'll run the point for us, and he can take people off the dribble, but then he's strong enough to go inside and finish. And but he's a great passer, and so he makes us better in a lot of ways. He makes everybody around him better on the floor.
You mentioned his ability to finish at the rim. I
Right.
know he sends the tie heads into a frenzy
Yeah.
when he comes and gives you that tomahawk, or
Mhm.
with his body being able to finish around the rim, the versatility that he brings in.
Right.
You mentioned his attributes about making people around him better.
Yeah.
Coach, how many players do you have returning on your varsity roster, or that you moved up from JV that got substantial playing time this summer?
Well, we really didn't have a lot come off the JV that played. Had a couple of guys, but we had pretty much everybody back, and so those guys, stepped up into that role, and so we had a really good summer with everybody, even with the hit and miss with football and recruiting trips and things like that. But we had some guys step up and get better. Like I said, Javago McNeil was one that stepped up and had a really good summer for us, and then we have with replacing TJ, those minutes, guys coming off the bench, Dalton Adams is one that we're going to have to count on more and more off the bench, just doing some of the little things and getting minutes, along with Matt Petronas, who's a senior and battled some injuries last year. And then our senior, Andrew Bartlett, who can really shoot the basketball. He set a school record last year with 10 threes in a game. And when he gets going, he can really shoot it.
All right, what about the girls' team? What do you got coming back there?
Well, our girls' team, we've got 4 seniors, 3 that been with the program all the way through, and we added one more girl this year who had played earlier in her career. But we are going to be a young nucleus. The basketball players and the number of players that we have in our program are 7th, 8th, and 9th grade, and we really want to focus on in knowing in building our program up is we got to do it with those young girls, and I feel really excited about the staff we've been able to put together. I moved our middle school coach, boys coach, who's done the middle school for me for several years, Eric Gray, does a great job with them. He's coaching our middle school girls this year, and so we're going to rely on a lot of freshmen this year to go with seniors. We only have 1 junior and 1 sophomore, so it's 4 seniors, 1 junior, 1 sophomore, and a bunch of freshmen. But that group of freshmen, when I took over last year, I brought a lot of those girls from the 8th grade, and they, after their middle school season, and they played with us the last 3 weeks, and 3 of them started for us as 8th graders. And so those are some that we're looking to really help us. And Callie McGowan's a senior for us, point guard. Has been in the program all the way through, and she's somebody that we're going to count on a lot as a senior. Harley McKinley was one of our leading scorers coming back from last year, post player. But we're excited about our freshmen. Amarian Lawson is going to be a nice inside player for us. Rain Patterson.
Is that Deonte's sister?
No, it's not. No, it's not.
No relation?
No relation at all. No relation at all. And Rain Patterson and Caitlin Avery, and you might recognize that Avery name. Hunter and Trent's sister, and she's got that good Avery gene in her. She's a winner. And but I'm excited with our girls and what we were able to do this summer, kind of instilling, putting in what we really want to do with our program, with our girls' culture, and mesh that into our boys' culture, what we've been able to build on that side. And we've had a lot of work put in and put a lot of emphasis on our girls' programs all the way across, and we just got done with putting in a brand-new girls' weight room and everything, and that's been a big part of our conditioning this summer to strengthen that, so it's been great. So,
We want to get Shanice up.
yeah, I'd love for you to.